when grid fails. Now what? Welcome to Grid Down Guide. In a world where power can vanish in an instant, survival isn't just a skill, it's a necessity. We've got the know-how to keep you prepared. Whether you're in the heart of the city or lost in the wilderness, we teach you the essential skills to thrive. Stay tuned. The grid could fail tomorrow. Be ready today.
Hey everyone! In today's unpredictable world, the importance of preparedness cannot be overstated. Whether it's a natural disaster like a hurricane, earthquake, or flood, a sudden job loss that throws your finances into disarray, or even a more extreme grid-down scenario where essential services are disrupted, having a solid emergency food pantry can literally save your life. It's about ensuring you and your loved ones have access to nourishment when the unexpected happens. We often see images of empty grocery shelves during times of crisis, and that stark reality underscores the need to be self-reliant. But prepping doesn't have to break the bank or require you to become an extreme survivalist. Many people are intimidated by the idea of prepping, thinking it requires a huge investment of time and money. They envision expensive freeze-dried meals and elaborate underground bunkers. The truth is, building a basic emergency food supply is much simpler and more affordable than you might think. It's about making smart choices and focusing on essential, shelf-stable items. Today, I'm showing you how to build a 30-day emergency food pantry for under $100. That's right, affordable, practical, and packed with real food you'll actually want to eat. We're not talking about bland, unappetizing survival rations. We're focusing on creating a pantry filled with nutritious and versatile ingredients that you can use to create satisfying meals. This isn't just about surviving, it's about maintaining your health and morale during a challenging time. We'll explore strategies for maximizing your budget, selecting the right foods, and storing them properly to ensure they last. This guide is designed to be accessible to everyone, regardless of their budget or experience level. So let's get started and build a food pantry that will give you peace of mind and the ability to weather any storm. Remember, being prepared is not about fear, it's about empowerment and responsibility. It's about taking control of your well-being and ensuring the safety and security of your family. Before we dive into the specifics of what to buy, let's talk about some key principles for building an effective and affordable emergency food pantry. First and foremost, focus on shelf-stable foods. These are items that can be stored at room temperature for extended periods without spoiling. Think canned goods, dried beans, rice, pasta, and other non-perishable items. Pay close attention to expiration dates and rotate your stock regularly to ensure that you're always using the oldest items first. This practice, known as first in, first out, FIFO, will help you minimize waste and maximize the lifespan of your food supply. Next, consider the nutritional value of the foods you're choosing. While it's important to have enough calories to sustain you, it's equally important to ensure that you're getting a balanced diet. Include a variety of foods from different food groups such as fruits, vegetables, grains, and protein sources. This will help you maintain your energy levels, support your immune system, and prevent nutrient deficiencies. Another important factor to consider is your personal dietary needs and preferences. If you have any allergies or medical conditions, be sure to choose foods that are safe for you to consume. If you have any picky eaters in your family, try to include some familiar and enjoyable foods that they will actually eat. The goal is to create a food pantry that is both practical and palatable. Finally, think about the ease of preparation. In an emergency situation, you may not have access to electricity or cooking equipment. Choose foods that can be eaten as is, or that require minimal preparation. Canned goods, for example, can be eaten straight from the can, while dried beans and rice can be cooked over a campfire or with a portable stove. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move on to the specific items you should include in your 30-day emergency food pantry. I'll provide a detailed list of recommended foods, along with estimated costs and tips for finding the best deals. Remember, the goal is to create a comprehensive and affordable food supply that will help you and your family weather any storm. Emergencies don't give warnings. When shelves are empty and stores are closed, your pantry is your lifeline. But you don't need to stockpile fancy freeze-dried meals or spend hundreds. Basic staples with long shelf lives will keep you fed and healthy. Alright, let's dive into the heart of smart shopping. Building a foundation with affordable staples. This isn't just about saving money. It's about ensuring you have access to nutritious and satisfying meals, no matter what the week throws at you. We're crafting a plan to stock your pantry with items that not only last long but also pack a nutritional punch. Think of this as your culinary safety net. a collection of ingredients you can always rely on to create delicious and wholesome meals. The key here is to prioritize items that offer versatility and longevity. We want ingredients that can be used in a variety of dishes and won't spoil quickly. This approach minimizes waste and maximizes your investment. We're talking about the unsung heroes of the kitchen, the workhorses that form the backbone of countless recipes. So what are these magical staples? Well, get ready to take notes, because we're about to unveil the essential ingredients that will transform your pantry into a powerhouse of culinary possibilities. We're going to focus on items that are not only budget-friendly, but also incredibly versatile, allowing you to create a wide range of meals with minimal ingredients. This is all about maximizing your resources and making the most of every dollar. Before we get started, it's important to remember that prices can vary depending on your location and the store you shop at. These are just estimates to give you a general idea of the cost. Be sure to check prices at your local grocery store to get the most accurate information. And don't be afraid to shop around. Comparing prices at different stores can save you a significant amount of money in the long run. Also, consider buying in bulk whenever possible. Many of these staples like rice, beans, and oats are significantly cheaper when purchased in larger quantities. Just make sure you have adequate storage space to keep them fresh. Airtight containers are your best friend when it comes to preserving the quality of these essential ingredients. Finally, remember that this is just a starting point. Feel free to customize this list to fit your own dietary needs and preferences. The goal is to create a pantry that works for you, providing you with the ingredients you need to create healthy and delicious meals that you enjoy. So, without further ado, let's get started. First up, the cornerstone of countless cuisines: rice. A 10-pound bag will set you back about $10. Next, we have dried beans or lentils. A 5-pound bag of either will cost around $8. These are protein powerhouses. Then there's pasta. 5 pounds of pasta will only cost you about $5. Don't forget canned vegetables and fruits. 15 cans will cost you about $15. And of course, peanut butter. 2 jars will cost about $8. We can't forget oats. 5 pounds will cost about $5. For dairy, powdered milk, or shelf-stable milk, 2 quarts will cost about $6. You'll need cooking oil. A small bottle will cost about $4. And don't forget salt, sugar, and basic spices. These will cost about $5. Finally, instant coffee or tea will cost about $5. With these staples, you're well on your way to affordable and nutritious meals. Remember to check local prices and adjust quantities to fit your needs. Happy cooking! With these basics, you can make countless meals: rice and beans, pasta with canned veggies, oatmeal breakfast, peanut butter sandwiches. Plan for balanced nutrition and rotate your stock to keep things fresh. Store your food in a cool, dry, and dark place to maximize shelf life. Use airtight containers for things like rice and beans if you can. Label everything with purchase or expiration dates, and make a habit of rotating your stock every few months. Got a smaller budget? Buy in bulk where possible. Look for sales and discounts. And don't forget to add vitamin supplements or multivitamins to fill any nutrition gaps. If the power's out, plan on cooking with a camp stove, grill, or even a solar oven. Make sure you have safe ways to prepare food, and don't forget water for cooking and drinking. Food is nothing without water. Store at least 1 gallon per person per day for drinking and cooking. Invest in water purification tablets or a filter to make sure your supply stays safe. You don't have to buy everything at once. Start small. Add a few items each week. Keep a list and track what you have. Gradually build up your pantry without feeling overwhelmed or broke. Building a 30-day emergency food pantry on a budget is totally doable. In fact, it's one of the smartest and most empowering things you can do for yourself and your family. We're not talking about some extreme doomsday scenario here. Think of it as a practical safety net, a buffer against the unexpected bumps in life's road. Job loss, unexpected medical bills, a sudden natural disaster. These things happen, and having a well-stocked pantry can make all the difference between weathering the storm with confidence and feeling completely overwhelmed. And honestly, it's peace of mind you can't put a price on. Knowing that you have a month's worth of nutritious food tucked away, ready to go, is incredibly reassuring. It allows you to focus on solving the problem at hand, rather than scrambling to figure out where your next meal is coming from. It's an investment in your security and well-being. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Building a pantry sounds expensive, and that's a valid concern. But the beauty of this approach is that we're going to do it on a budget. We'll focus on affordable, shelf-stable foods that pack a nutritional punch. We'll explore smart shopping strategies like buying in bulk when possible, taking advantage of sales and coupons, and even growing some of your own food if you have the space. This isn't about hoarding or depriving yourself. It's about being prepared and resourceful. It's about making conscious choices to create a safety net that will protect you and your loved ones when you need it most. So, where do we start? First, let's talk about the basics. What kind of food should you include in your 30-day emergency pantry? Think about items that are non-perishable, easy to prepare, and provide essential nutrients. Canned goods are your friend here. Canned beans, vegetables, fruits, and meats are all excellent choices. Rice, pasta, and other grains are also staples. Don't forget about things like peanut butter, honey, and dried fruits, which provide energy and healthy fats. Next, we'll need to consider storage. Where are you going to keep all this food? Ideally, you want a cool, dry, and dark place. A pantry, a basement, or even a spare closet can work well. Make sure to store your food in airtight containers to protect it from pests and moisture. And don't forget to rotate your stock regularly, using the first in, first out method to ensure that nothing expires before you get a chance to use it. We'll also delve into meal planning. How are you going to turn these individual ingredients into nutritious and satisfying meals? We'll explore some simple and delicious recipes that you can make using only pantry staples. And we'll talk about how to adapt those recipes to your own tastes and dietary needs. Throughout this series, I'll be sharing my own tips and tricks for building a budget-friendly emergency food pantry. I'll show you how to save money, maximize your storage space, and create a pantry that you can rely on in any situation. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more smart prepping tips. By subscribing, you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, so you won't miss out on any of the valuable information I'll be sharing. And hitting the bell will ensure that you get those notifications right away. Got your own budget pantry tips? Drop them in the comments below. I want to hear what works for you. This is a community, and we can all learn from each other. Share your favorite pantry staples, your best money-saving strategies, and any other tips that you think might be helpful to others. Let's work together to build a stronger and more resilient community. I'm really looking forward to reading your comments and learning from your experiences. Let's get started.
Prepare now. Hands urgently pack emergency survival kit. Survive anything. Subscribe now. Grid Down Guide.